Hello, Frantz and Rose. How you guys doing? So, like I promised, I was gonna go ahead and do a training video for you guys. Um, I basically when we design for our customers, since a high percentage of our customers are really not uh, computer savvy or technically savvy, I try to build things that function simple, and that's what I'm known for. I'm known for making things life simple for our customers and my team as well. With that being said, what you see here is your website, also your POS system. So it's two in one. It's the modern way of doing business so that you can remotely manage your business anywhere in the world. Hope that you enjoy this video, and if you got any tips or suggestions for me or any questions, you guys know how to reach me. And here we go. Let's go ahead and start this. So once you go ahead and you put your hosanaliquor.com on your browser, it's going to bring you to this page. This is what's called your home page. If you can see by the way that it's red, and these are orange, right? And that means that this is the active page. So let's say that I was to switch to the About Us page. You will see that once the page loads and it goes to the About Us page, that's going to be the section on the website that's going to have the red. So it's loading up. When I'm doing these videos, since it's a high resource software to go ahead and create these custom videos, it tends to linger a little bit more than it should, just because it's using so much resources to create the video. So I ask you for your patience here. Okay, so we got a response of go ahead, there we go. So it's using a lot of resources right now. Here we go. So you see how now home is orange and the About Us page is red. Well, it just means that that's the page that you're on at the moment. Now let's go back to home so that we can get back to the start, right? And the way you get to home is in any two ways. One is the Hosana Best Liquor. If you click on the name here, it's gonna go there. If you click on home, it's also going to take you there. So let's go ahead for the purpose of this video. Let's just hit Hosana Best Liquor. And we're going to go back to the home. You see that it's red? Alright. So that's the point that I'm trying to get to. So once you get to the home page, this is consider the landing page of your website. This is the area where your customers are going to go to. Now, your customer goes, and let's say you have your customer, he's rushing or she is rushing to work or rushing home from work, and they really don't want to stop at your store and then search for what they want and then waste time, and they just don't have that time to spare. So they can go on their phone, from their cell phone, tablets, computers, I mean any digital device that connects to the internet. They can actually go here, and then they can go ahead and search for what they need and select it. So for this case, for the purpose of this video, let's go ahead and let's just select Absolute Florida. And as you can see, I tried to give you guys the best solution possible for your customers, because these days customers like to be informed, and because they like to be informed, um, some of them want to know about what is the product they're buying and stuff like that. So when you go into this area here, this is what's considered, you guys might know it as a store, a web store, a shopping cart. And, a lot of people address it in different formats. So you see, you get the data about the information about the product. It took longer than expected. I actually dedicated my own person, just because I wanted to partake in designing it for you, and so I did this myself for you guys, and I put some extra work there that I didn't charge you guys for. And as you can see, this is not information that you provided or anything, so this took a lot of time. Every one of these items took a long time not only finding the right images, finding the data that we needed, finding information, the fact that a lot of the information lacked documentations that you guys provided and things like that. So it took long time, and I know you guys can see from the work that's done that it I put a lot of details into it. Okay. So that way your store looks like a $10,000 store USD. So here we go. So let's go ahead and view what the customer is looking at. So the customer decides, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add this item to my shopping cart. So they add it. As soon as they do that, it is gonna update the database of the products that you have, and it's gonna go ahead and let the customer know that they are adding that particular item to their store, to their shopping cart. You can see here on the little shopping cart logo that's up here, that's an item already that's in there. So the customer has the choice right now to just go ahead and check out, but for the purpose of this video, let's go ahead and add another item. Let's say that while the customer's here, he wasn't thinking about Grey Goose, but he's seen it down here and say, you know what, let me get Grey Goose as well. So he goes in there, and he orders a Grey Goose. Alright, let's go ahead and add that to the cart. And actually, you see the shopping cart. It's already added to the shopping cart. Okay. And if the customer hovers over these section here, he's gonna get that little window you just saw that popped up. Okay. So let's go into it right now, because we want to check out at this point in time. You got this option of clicking on here, and you saw a little button that was here that said view cart. You also have that option, you see. So over here you also get a summary of what's happening, as you can see here with that little box that's right there. It gives your customer a preview of the subtotal of the stuff that he's buying from you guys. Okay. Now I have not activated taxes on this. Oh yes, I did activate taxes on it. So I looked up your tax rate in your area, and it said it was 10%. And I don't know if that's correct or not, but I put it in there. But if you guys already put your taxes in your product prices and stuff, and it's already there, then just let me know so I can go ahead and deactivate that stuff for you. Okay, guys. With that being said, as you can see, the grand total here is 14,850 gauge, right? And now the customer's going to go ahead and proceed to checkout. All right. Let's proceed. This part here gives the customer the opportunity to go ahead and put his name and all that stuff, right? So let's just fill out this for fun, right? So let's just go test. Well, actually, I'm gonna do test 2 on this. Test 2. Give me a second. Boom. Test 2. All right. Company name is optional. Haiti, street address. I don't really know too much about over there, so I'm just gonna put your stuff that you send me. All right. Boom. Town. Let's say capital. What was it? Cap. Nation. All right. State. I don't even know if you guys use state over there. So I'm just gonna put here test 2 because I really don't know. Postal code. Let's put. I believe that your postal code is HT 12. What was it? No, 112. And let's go ahead and put a phone number 555-666-7777. An email address there. This is fake email. Alright, just bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to go through the whole thing so you guys can see the whole entire functionality, okay? And at noemail.com. So I'm just making this stuff up for the purpose of the video, okay? So it gets the customer a summary, right? And then it gives the customer an option to pay, right? So since we really don't have anything active when it comes to like merchant services and stuff like that, at this point in time, it's just going to say cash on delivery. In this sense, it's actually going to be cash on pickup because the customer's going to go there. I don't know if you have delivery, but if you have delivery services, then it will fit the description, right? Cash on delivery. So you will ship out the item to the customer and so on, okay? Now the customer's going to go ahead and push that. It's going to place that order, and immediately the customer's going to get a digital version of his receipt. Okay. Now this receipt makes life simple for you as a business person. Why? You don't have to print out anything for the customer because the customer already has it on their cell phone. Okay, they have the option to save it, to do whatever they want on the cell phone. Okay, that being said, or taking a screenshot out of it, a billion and one ways to get this receipt, right? So the customer sees it here. So let's say your customer doesn't speak English, right? So I what I did was I programmed 4 different languages into your design. And if you hit translate, you can see English. You're gonna see here the little flag, right, for French. You're gonna see the Haitian, right, and you're gonna see the Spanish version. So just for the purpose of this video, let's go ahead and switch up to Haitian. When they click on this, automatically it translates into their language, so that they can think. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and go back to English because I really can't read that. So I'm gonna go back to the switch to English. As you can see, everything switches over to English, right? Everything switches to English. So the way I design everything is that at the click of the button, just life becomes easy and simple. Simplified. And so let's go ahead. We've done the order. We already submitted it. You guys already received it. Okay. And now let's go ahead and move on with the presentation. Okay. So I'm going to continue explaining the website, and then when we get to the POS system, then I'm going to show you where this order is at, okay? So be patient. I just want to try to cover as much as I can on this video. All right, here we go. So now the customer has finished ordering. He's gone. That's it. He left, or she left, right? Or they left, or the company left, or whoever it is that's making the order, okay? Payment method is cash. Total is there again, the date, and the order number. That 374 is important because we're going to point at this later on this video. So let's go ahead and go back to homepage. And you can see here we have a way of going to the shop from here, see our product inventory, but we also have a way of getting there by our web store if we go to shop. We also can go to the cart if we happen to have items on our cart and we happen to navigate away from the shop area, and we just, for some reason, maybe a message came into the phone or to the tablet or in the computer, somebody told you needed to send an email. The thing is that you left your purchases unresolved, so you have different ways of getting to that. So you can get to your shopping cart from here, you can get to the products page from here, and basically, and shop. So what you do is just go to where you want to go. You want to go there, come back over here. Let's go back to home, and let's go to shop from here. See, so either way, from any angle you can go. You want to go home. See, from there. So there's different ways of getting there. Simple, not too complicated because we don't want to complicate life for anyone. And then we got the About Us page. All right. So if we go to the About Us page here. Remember that I asked you for your biography that you never sent me. I can only work to the speed of that the customer provides information. That's why from the very beginning I expressed how important it was to get material to me as quickly as possible. Because remember, we're doing a lot of things at the same time. We got customers everywhere. So the faster that the customer provides the material, the more fulfilling our job is. The less fast that you do it, then it complicates the whole entire process. Because as you can see, to be able to make something beautiful like this, you have to have the material. So I took it upon myself to do a lot of this other stuff that you didn't provide material for, because I needed to finish the job. Because we know our turnaround time is 7 days, so we get our deposit, before we begin work. Then we have a waiting period because in case the customer changes his mind. Since this is a laboring job, our period is 72 hours. After 72 hours, there's no refund or anything because you actually got people that are working, and it's illegal to put people to work for free. So we have that wait period of 72 hours that we wait, and then we start doing work. Okay. So here, soon to be told story behind Hosana Liquor is something that you're gonna need to provide to me, and then once you provide that information to me, I'm gonna go ahead and look at it. If I can do any modification to make it look even a little bit more suitable for the website. Okay, we're gonna do that. I also asked you to send me your social media information, and which you also did not provide. So these links right here could have been active to your accounts and stuff like that. Go into your area, right, for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Indeed, right, and YouTube, but you did not provide that information. Now, let's say, for example, you don't have that information because you really don't, you're not using social media at the time. Well, I'm gonna take this moment and say, guys, you gotta get on board. Social media is the place to be. Is very profitable for businesses to be out there. We also manage that type of scenarios. So if you need me to go ahead and design these things for you and make it where when the customer is transitioning to any one of your social medias, um, landing pages that is synchronized with your website and things like that, you want me to do something nice, professional, we offer the service of doing that. Also, you can become part of our JC Power Player program, which also that helps you actually grow your business way faster than normal. Just because we go out there and we let your customers in your immediate area know that you guys exist. Okay, so just points, things that I'm pointing out. Okay. Um, Also, if you want to develop a database for your customers, so that you can have your customers' database information. So basically, when a customer goes in, you can actually um, um, follow up with that customer. Like, let's say you have a sale a day or two, whatever. You can send everybody that information about that sale instantly by the click of a button. For that, you need what's called a customer database. Um, we can also do that. I designed this thing so we can expand on it. So if that's something that you also would like to do, we can also do that for you. Your product database is already capped off because the original list that Rose sent me did not contain so many products. So when I put the package together for you, I was taking into consideration the amount of products that she had sent me. I didn't know, I was unaware there was more products and stuff like that. So if you guys have more products and those products is something that you haven't given me or you haven't informed me about and stuff like that, then we're going to need to make a bigger database for your products. And it's going to be a little bit more money, but it's okay because the thing is that we can always expand. Um, so if that's something else too that I need to know, please let me know, because remember, guys, I'm here for you. All right, that's what I'm here for. So let's go ahead and move forward, and as you can see, I loved it. I got feedback from. I normally when I design something, I send it out through my social media channel, and I get feedback from people, and they give me their feedback and stuff. So we had a high rating on feedback on the design of your website. So hopefully you're also happy with it. But remember, when a developer is developing something, he's developing it for everyone. It's not just your taste. I know that you're the owner, but it's not just your taste. It's the taste of your public and things like that. So that's the way we design it. Soothing to the eyes, something fast, something that Google's going to respect, and things like that of that nature. So let's go ahead and continue. So now I just showed you the basic stuff. So we got your home page, you got the About Us page that you still need to submit a biography of you, like where did Hosana come from? People want to know. Hey, okay, we got Hosana Best Liquor Store here, but what's the project? What is it about? What else you guys offer? Things like that. That's information that this is where we put it at. Okay. Now your web store, you already know the shop, you already know the card, so we just covered the basic there. Everything is done. Simple business website. Okay. Now let's go down to the bottom. Let's move on to the area of your in-store business now. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come in here and you're gonna hit this button here, store staff. Now you see this one in store here. I put that there because I think that you should have an area on your site that contains more information about your business. Maybe some live images or videos and things like that. That your customers can go there and maybe even see themselves, because sometimes you have to create this sensation that when customers go to your business, they get popular and famous in your site and things like that. You want to create that motivation to get your customers to become repetitive customers that are coming back and forth and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and move on. So if you want to do that, this is like the area where we're going to set that up at. Okay, so now we got our store staff. Now here is where you log in into your in-store business. All right. So the customer from the outside, he's doing stuff on the web store. And believe it or not, guys, if you guys actually put this to use in a good way, I mean, there's so much stuff we can do. I mean, we can do code. The square codes that you scan with your phone, boom, and it gives you a list and a menu and this and that. I mean, there's so much stuff that we can do. We can really get creative and create an amazing experience for your end users, your customers to come into the store. The ones that are around the block, the ones that are 10 miles away from you, can actually see that you guys are up to date. This stuff of having your website and your business is something that's so motivational to your customers and to new clientele. And not only that, let's say that you have to move your store from A to B. You know how simple it is to do that transition? Because you could just let everybody know, hey, we're not at A anymore. This is where we at. Without having to go ahead and print out papers and flyers and banners and doing all that. That's our way of doing things. This is the way you do things today. Okay? So this site, like I said, I made it so that we can go ahead and expand on it. If you guys want to go ahead and try it to see if it's something that's going to be really good for your business, we can expand this as far as you want to take it. I design basic sites. I also design $40,000 and $25,000 USD sites that are incredibly useful to companies, and franchises and things like that. So any level of technology that you need, we can do. Okay, so I always design with keeping in mind that the customer's going to grow, and if they get involved with us in the JSC Power Player program, we're going to push you to grow, even if you don't want to. We're going to push your business. We're going to push it out there and make it grow and get bigger. So that's what we do. That's what we specialize in. And we're going to go ahead and log in here. This information, I'm not going to give it to you on this video, since this video is going to go live on YouTube, and then I'm going to send you a link for it. So that information, I've supplied it to you, friends, via email. So go into your email. You're going to find the information that you need, and you're going to locate this password that you're going to use here to get in, okay? So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and put that password in. Here we go. So in the continuation of the recording of this training for you guys, so once you go ahead and you put in that password on that page that we was just previously on, it's going to bring you here to this section. Once you're over here on this section, then you're going to see a little bit of information, a desktop. You're going to see store staff, and then you see a login here. Okay, and as you can see, when we're in the store staff, the cursor does not switch hand, doesn't become a little hand. It becomes a little hand, which means that you have an active link that's actually gonna do something when you click on it. Over here you see a little bit of information. Here the store staff will log in the in-store, which means inside your store, your business, register software and sales, and inside the liquor store, brick and mortar site, okay, which means your physical site. Now, a little bit of credit, to us, because we did the design work and everything, so we go ahead out and let you know that you can get in touch with us at any moment by just even clicking this button. It should automatically set off your mail to application that you have on the current system. When you click this, if it's in your phone, it's going to happen in your phone automatically. If it's in your computer in your business, it's going to happen automatically, in case you guys need to get in touch with us for whatever reason. Okay, as you see here, it also says here, provide Google Desktop Management access. If you need us to log into your computer and do any setup remotely, you will have to provide that information to us. Allow us access to your computer so that we can be linked to your computer and provide any kind of service that you require on your computer system at the location. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and let's log in into your POS program. Okay, so we're gonna go here. When we click, then we come into this area. The login information for this area is also located in the information that I send you to your email address. Okay, and so in this case, let's go ahead and put in this password real quick. And let's go ahead and log in. You have a choice to go ahead and click that to remember me. Normally, I don't like to do this because if you do this, that means that anybody that goes on your computer and your store and your business can just go straight into the POS system without having to verify any credentials. And so I suggest that you don't click this little button here. Don't click it. Just train your staff to just log in and never click this little button. Because once that happens, what happens is this creates like a cookie, and that cookie then creates a signature file on your browser, and anytime that anyone clicks from within that particular computer system, it's just going to go in without requiring a password. And remember that when you're using your user and a password, it's because you have certain credentials and availability for it. Okay, so you want to make sure you don't do that. So let's go ahead and log in. And this is your POS system. This is how you run your business in store. All right, guys. So now this is very basic. Like I said again, it's ABC 1 2 3. It's a basic structure for you to start your business without having to spend fortune. Again, I built so you can have scalability. And since you can have scalability, if you want to add certain things like customer databases and things like that, then you can do that. Those features you can add them, reports and things like that, stuff like that. All that stuff can be added. There is additional fees for those things, but if you guys need those things, just let me know, and I can let you know what that cost will be for depending what it is that you need. Okay. That being said. So we inside the POS system. Okay, so let's say that you wanted let's say vodka, right? You're gonna get a list of all the vodka products you have on your particular database. Okay, again, remember your database already is conclusive of the 60 items. So if you want to get more, that is something that's additional as well. I designed it based on the information that Rose had submitted me and things like that. So, and I quoted you on the price based on the information that I was given by Rose and the information you had given me. Okay. So if you require more, please contact me and I can tell you what those additional fees and costs will be. But just to let you know. Okay. That being said, so you see how simple it is. So. Let's say that we wanted Grey Goose, we're going to go ahead and add that. You see how it adds it here. If you wanted Tito's Vodka, you're going to go ahead and add that. You see how it adds it there. Simple. Let's say the customer wants a soda, right? So, actually, we know Coca-Cola. I'm going to go here. Boom. I'm going to add a Coca-Cola bottle. Let's say they want a Gatorade. They wanted a Gatorade. As soon as you start typing the first letters of the thing, and right away it's gonna pop up with whatever it is. So you can see that the transactions are pretty quickly. Boom, 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 boom. 1 2 3 ABC. So your customer's not gonna be there waiting for your system to load up and nothing like that. Now you have everything here. You can go ahead and add a note if you wanted to this transaction, things like that. So in this case, that's for the purpose of this video. We're gonna go ahead and just hit checkout. This is our checkout amount tendered is a 4,757 and 50 cents gauge, right? I don't know if you use cents in Haiti. I don't know. I know that over here in the Dominican Republic there's no cents. So normally you would just round this off to 4,758 if it was pesos, right? And then we're gonna go ahead and process this payment. In case that the customer says, "Oh, wait a minute, I forgot something," then you go ahead and you return to the sale. When you return to the sale, is basically just going right back to this. And let's say they forgot to add water, right? What is it? Dasani, right? Dasani, right? So I added Dasani bottle. Oh, the customer forgot that, so we added it. Again, we go to the checkout process, and then for this case, the customer's finished. We're gonna go ahead and then process the payment. So, for the purpose of this, since I have this thing deactivated, so that no transactions take place, because still we haven't gotten to the point where we finish the setup, in the sense that your approval and everything, and your approval to go ahead and set this off and activate it. That's why you get that little ribbon when you first go to Hosana that says that we are not active and stuff like that. But once you're active, that we have the store activated for you. When you process the payment, it's just gonna go to the the register side of things, and at that point, you're just gonna go ahead and you know charge the customer for whatever those fees are, and that's the end. That brings the end of that transaction. So it's pretty simple, basic stuff. Um, if you wanted to add products and things like that yourself, then you will go to products. This is where you add your products. Um, what I recommend, friends, because regardless of the fact that everything has to do with programming, okay, so I will recommend that any other products you want to add and things like that, just let us know. Send us what it is you need added and things like that. Let our team go ahead and do that for you, just so that you don't mess up the design of the website. Okay, so for the purpose of what I'm saying, so let's go to Hosana right now. Excuse me. On the web store here, when we go to shop, right, then we go into the section here. Every one of these images is specially edited. Everything here that you see is been edited so that it can fit the design and the programming. Inside your store staff page, which is the page where you log in at, as you can see here, it gives you where's your ad. These lines of codes here is the lines of codes that have been done. So that's the reason why I am saying that once that you want to do something with the adding of products and things like that. Unless say you're skillful with the image designing and things like that, I will recommend that you allow us to do it. Just because you don't want to go ahead and make this look ugly, or make it go crazy, because you have to design images. You have to design them, and they have to be designed. If not, then you'll get a bottle that's about the size of the page, and all of a sudden now this stuff is all over the place. It's like all scrambled and things like that. So everything that has to do with adding images and adding videos and things of that nature require expertise in designing and coding. Okay. So that's the reason why I mentioned that. Okay, so if you have those skills, then you, for all means, the way you do it is you come in here, you're gonna go ahead and add a new product. You're gonna go ahead and add all the information of the product names. You're gonna select the categories of it, images and things like that, and if it's taxable or not taxable. It's pretty much self-explanatory. Again, if you're not handy with the imaging and coding and stuff like that for websites and things like that, then you should allow us to do that stuff. But that doesn't mean that you can't edit. So what I'm trying to say is, so let's go back to products. You can come here and just go do a quick edit, for example, and let's say that you want to change something from here, like the price. You can go ahead and change it right here. Because for this you don't need to have any coding skills. You just change your prices. If you have a sales price or something, you could do it here. If this item goes from taxable to non-taxable, you do it here. If you want to add more information about the product, you can add it there. You can also, let's go back to all. You could also come here and say, for example, proceed. You can go edit. So when you go here to edit, you actually get to see the image and all that stuff that's there, right? You see how it's loaded. Um, And over here, you can also do the same thing. You go to inventory. Let's say that you want to manage your inventory from within the stuff. Then this is where you will put how many of them you have and things like that. Shipping is something that's not active because you're not shipping your products overseas or shipping them from one city to another. But if you want to go ahead and do that in the future, then that availability is also going to be there. Like I say, I always built for scalability. So if you need to grow, then we can go ahead and get that up and running for you. Okay. And so basically, it's pretty simple. I believe that with the information I've given you so far already, it's enough for you to go ahead and do things here. Okay. Um, Remember that you want to make sure that your website looks professional. You don't want to go in here and because you want to save a buck or two, then come and do something that's really, not professional. Because then what happens, it drives people away from your business, and when that happens, it's very hard to get them back. It's like the same thing when you go to a restaurant to eat some food, and all of a sudden they serve you some food, and it tastes nasty. I believe that you'll probably never go again to that restaurant. It's just the way that we humans think and process information. So the stuff that has to do with technology, leave it to us. That's what you got us here for, okay? Um, but the basic stuff like changing your price and things like that, you can go ahead and do the way that I just showed you by just using the quick edit feature. That way you don't go in here and then do something you ain't supposed to do, and all of a sudden this part right here gets affected, and now you have a site that's not pleasing to the eyes or pleasing to your customers, or you get syntax errors and things like that, which is like errors that knock down your website. They'll just knock down your website and your POS system. It'll knock everything out. So you don't want to do that kind of stuff. So leave the technical stuff to us. That's what we do. So anyway, you go in here to your quick edit, and you view, and you change what is the basic stuff that you want to do. Change your price. It's a new SKU for a new product or something like that. You can put it in here, and that's it basically. All right. If you guys have any questions and things like that, just let me know. I'm here to help. Hopefully this video shows you. And in reality, you don't even have to come and visit me to get this training, because now you have this training that you can review as many times as you like. If you like, you can also create a more basic video, shorter video for your staff, so that they can apply themselves simple and stuff like that. If you do need that, then just let me know. I'll take care of that for you as well. I'm here for you. Let me know if I can help you. Remember, you can reach me at info@jmcforcenter.com. You guys got my WhatsApp number already. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I know there was a little bit of struggling here because certain security measures and things like that I put on websites and things like that. So putting passwords and things like that into this thing while it's recording is just not going to happen. So here we go. Take care, guys. It's been awesome. Be safe. Now I gotta go ahead and edit this video on another platform so that I can then upload it and then send you the link for it. I did say that this is gonna be on YouTube, but it doesn't mean that the world sees it. Only you guys are gonna be able to see it because I'm gonna send you the link for it. Unless you have the link, then you wouldn't be able to find this video. All right, be safe, guys. Take care, Rose. I hope that you had a good flight. According to Frantz, he said that you was already here. Frantz, if you're still in the United States, I hope everything's going well for you over there. If you have any other projects that you're working on, Frantz, and you need some technical help, you want to put those businesses online, I'm here for you, brother. I'm gonna be selling all the time because that's what I do all day. Is put into perspective narratives and things like that are important. And sometimes we lose out on so much money just because we don't outsource, and we try to manage everything ourselves. And, things don't work that way. When you delegate things and you let the people that know what they're doing do what they do, you do what you do, and everybody does what they do, you have a more successful chance of being successful in life and business and anything else in the world. Take care, guys. Be safe.